King Media in association with BYD. I was just trying to convince Angel Fernandez to come on together. I don't know what kind of, have you guys got a relationship at all?
No, I've never met him. So
No ways. This could have been the start on camera.
yeah. He sent me a message a few years ago, but I've never fully met him.
What was the message?
Rather not say.
Was it positive or negative?
No, it was positive. Yeah, it was positive.
I'll ask him on this big.
Being very nice.
Oh, okay. I want to start off with, the first thing I'd ask you, Shane, obviously CBS, Riakporhe main event. I read up a lot about, what CBS has done so far. Do you think he gets the credit for the stuff he's done in boxing? Because I don't feel like he's like kind of like the unsung hero in boxing, I feel like, for what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, people are quite quick to criticise. He's a bad world champion, and all of this sort of stuff. But he's had one defeat, and it's been on a split decision. He's boxed Lawrence Okolie, he's boxed Isaac Chamberlain, he's boxed Glover, he's boxed lots of guys. Boxed Mastinek, he's boxed a lot of people, and he keeps coming through these. And obviously Richard, he keeps coming through these victories, and he's got a way of winning, and sometimes he has to win a bit ugly, but it's effective.
Why do you think, and if I just get straight to it, last time it was so close, you will have watched the fight back, how did you score it?
I actually had Chris winning the fight, I'm not going to lie. I feel like the volume was coming from us. Richard was probably in control of the pace a little bit more, like Chris was being a bit too reactive. Chris was landing a lot of jabs, a lot of volume, but Riakporhe was landing the more eye-catching shots and probably the bigger shots. There was a few turning points in the fight where Chris hadn't got that experience and then really started to believe in himself. Just came on late in the fight, but he was already exhausted. He wasn't conditioned to go those championship rounds. And every single fight since then has been a championship fight. So he has the momentum. Everyone goes on about the momentum, but I think with a fighter like Chris that has, he likes to be active, and I think it's going to be a big help for him.
From that first fight, obviously you've been with CBS for a long time now. Is he your favourite in this fight, in your opinion? Because obviously the experience he got from the Okolie fight, he was an underdog in that. Most people predicted Okolie would stop him, but it was almost the other way around.
Yeah, he's going in with very much a challenger's mentality. Even though he's a champion, he's going into the lion's den. He's going into the, to his backyard. He's going to walk second. Yeah, he's going to be the world champion. But in his eyes, he's lost the first fight. He's out for revenge, even though he's a world champion. I think that's the beauty of the mindset. It's someone that's hungry to get that blemish and rub that off his record. And I think, I'm working with a guy that I've been working with since he turned professional. He only had, 40 odd amateur fights. He's improved so much year on year. He's always looking for those extra little percents. And he's been a privilege to train over the years. And, I would do this journey 10 times over because it's been a great journey. But it does not stop on Saturday night. It's another big win. It's another win where people are writing him off, and he's proven them wrong.
Angel Fernandez is only a couple of feet away, so I'm going to put you on the spot here. What kind of improvements do you think Riakporhe's made under Angel? Yeah. What kind of different challenge does he bring under his training?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit more selective. He learns. He's taught him how to use his power to his advantage. Sometimes he was a bit raw before, sets his attacks up better. But also I feel like there's a few things that will allow Chris to get more momentum in the fight because of the way he fights. So, and also Chris is a completely different beast than he was the first time. So I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. He's got world-class power, Riakporhe. He's got good accuracy. He's a bit more reactive up top with his hand defences. So we're expecting the best Richard Riakporhe for sure.
All this talk of Jaya Pattaya at Wembley, Does that excite you, or are you just kind of like,
that?
for all this talk of potentially a winner fighting Jaya Pattaya in September? Is that even realistic?
We're just zoned in on the first big obstacle, and that's Richard Riakporhe, a guy that's already got a win over him. So, yeah, that would be a dream. So, but we need to get over Saturday night, and then we'll look at the cards. We'll look at the options, and there's also Zurdo Ramirez. He's always wanted to box in America. He's just beaten Arsene Gulamari. It's a fight that we really would fancy. You've got that Noel Giver or Noel McGuigan. I think he changed his name now. Used to be Noel Giver. He's now the WBC champion as well. I mean, how great would it be if Opateo beat him, Chris beat Zurdo Ramirez, and they box for the undisputed? That would be a dream scenario.
Indeed, and just a quick word about your rest of the other guys in your stable. Quick word on Craig Richards. How is he since the loss? And a question on the actual fight itself. Do you think it was a case of Craig not being at his best on the night, or was Willie Hutchinson just that good and we didn't know about it?
No, I think like when you come to another gym, you're learning and you're trying to adapt. He's been stuck in his ways in a system for a long time, and it was one of the fights that I really didn't not that I didn't fancy, I just didn't like the fight. I believed he could win the fight. I believe if they box again, he can win the fight. He definitely can beat Willie Hutchinson. He didn't get out the blocks quick enough, and when he did start to get going, he was loading up too much. But these things can be addressed, and he has to have the mindset that he needs to correct the wrongs and not just and I know he won't, but not just rest on that as that guy's awkward and like he should be able to beat that guy, and he knows he should be able to beat Willie Hutchinson. But Willie Hutchinson is a very, very, very good fighter. He's awkward. If you let him get into his rhythm, he's a nightmare for anybody. Any light heavyweight, he's a nightmare for them. He's got decent power, great speed, great boxing ability, and the chinks that he has in his armor, Craig didn't exploit. He waited too long to try to exploit them, and we know that was the case, and he'll come again for sure.
Adam Azim, not been a lot of news on his front for quite a while. Any update?
It's looking like he's going to be out end of August, early September, and against Harlem Eubank in that highly anticipated fight. Super excited. He's in a gym. He's punching with venom, and I'm really excited to see this breakout fight for Adam Azim. It's a fight that look. I mean, it's not Chris Eubank, but it is Harlem Eubank, a guy that's a decent fighter. He's won some good contests. He's on good form. He's a great 140 pounder. He's one of the best 140 pounders that we've got over here, and he's got a decent name behind him. It's going to really showcase where Adam's at in his career, where he's going, and it's going to be a big breakout fight for him.
So I just wanted to confirm as well, he definitely is fighting Harlem Eubank, because there's no official date or announcement.
They've signed, yeah. So, unless there's a clause that I don't know about in the contract that if it doesn't get delivered within a certain time, but I haven't heard anything about that, and we're looking to get it out ASAP.
And just a quick other couple of things I want to speak to you about. Daniel Dubois, your ex-fighter, a brilliant win for him against Hrgović. I think you said at the time Hrgović is a favourite, but don't be surprised if Dubois turns it on, because he's a great gym fighter, but if he produces that in the ring, it kind of appeared that sort of way. Would you agree?
Definitely. I mean, he's still a very young heavyweight. He turned pro very young, and he was on great form before the Joe Joyce fight. But that fight, as a fighter, when you get beaten like that, you definitely question yourself, and you have to have that understanding that you can still win at that level and beyond that level as well. And I feel like sometimes, as much as you drum it into somebody's head, saying, you can do it. Once they go through the motions and they actually do it, that fight against Jarrell Miller was a massive turning point for him. Because he was exhausted after 5 rounds, but so was Jarrell Miller, and he came through and knocked him out. And Hrgović landed so many shots. Let's make no mistake about it. Daniel was way down on that fight, but the tides were turning and they were turning quick, and obviously it's got stopped in a cut. I would have liked to have seen it go further to see how it would have played out, but a huge win for him. Could potentially be the biggest win of his career when he packs it all in.
Do you give him any chance to beat Anthony Joshua if he does get this date on the 21st of September? How much of a chance do you give Daniel against AJ?
I give him a fantastic chance. He's got world-class power. He's got world-class ability. He struggled to put it all together. His balance. Most heavyweights are limited to like a double jab right hand or a jab right hand or maybe a little left hook but single shots. Like Daniel can throw combinations, and when he had Gerald Miller hurt, he was throwing combinations. When he had Hrgovic a bit hurt, he was doing the same thing. So that's a problem for Anthony Joshua. The last time someone genuinely threw combinations was Andy Ruiz. Exactly, and he's got a fantastic left hook. Daniel done good in sparring when he was 17 years of age.
Jermaine Franklin, I think you were going on about.
No, Jermaine Franklin didn't really throw. Not like he was throwing combinations, but he wasn't throwing with a proper intent. Andy Ruiz was throwing with intent, so it's going to be interesting to see if AJ wants to take that fight. If he does take it, he won't throw as many right hands as Hrgovic was throwing, but when he does throw them and land, there'll be a bigger effect. But the volume was getting the success against Daniel in those first 4 rounds with that Hrgovic was putting on, and AJ won't fight with that volume, so it's intriguing, and they both can knock each other out for sure.
Shane, as always, pleasure speaking to you, and thank you for your time.
Cheers, Carl. Thanks, mate.